everybody, Pat Renwick, AM 1230, WJO Bass Buzz, WJOB1230.com. We're here at the third event on Lake George of the Angler's Dream Fishing the Dream Bass Fishing League Tournament. These guys, you can see they're taking off. They're ready for action. It's a tad bit nipple out here today, 50 degrees this morning, and these guys are ready to catch them. You know what? Fishing conditions look good. Look at this, man. These guys are gone. These guys are on them. It's about time to open up the can of proverbial Lake George bass. It's going to be a big bass shootout today. I can feel it. There's biggins in the air. Look out, Lake George. These fishermen are ready for you. Again, making local fishing superstars, local heroes, right here in the region on AM 1230 WJOB and WJOB 1230. Jeff and Cheryl McCraw. And hey, it's a pleasure to be out here on the water with you guys. We're from the Region Bass Buzz, AM 1230, WJOB, and WJOB1230.com. And we're here to make local fishing heroes out of you kind of people, local anglers. And that's awesome, husband and wife fishing bass tournaments together. Come on, how cool is that? Did you have to talk her into that? Fishing people, fisher people. It's not fishermen, right, Cheryl? It's fisher people. And that's a perfect example. And I think that is very cool that a husband and wife are competing in bass fishing tournaments together. Okay, now let's break it down for the whole Northwest Indiana region here. In these last 2 years, which one of y'all's put more fish in the boat? Jeff has? I thought it was going to be you, Cheryl. There you go. Looking for some solid bites, right? It can happen real quick, can't it? Oh, absolutely. You know there's just an abundance of 4-pound fish in here. Lake George is a beautiful fishery. But you know the secret of Lake George, guys? And I'm not allowed to share secrets with competitors, but I have fished here many occasions. And the secret to catching a big bag of fish here is come like on a Wednesday or Thursday. Don't come on a Saturday or Sunday when there's a tournament going on. Tip of the week, Region Bass Buzz, Pat Renwick, AM 1230, WJOB. Back with more action on the water. Hey, if you look over my shoulder, event number 2 winners, Greg Backey, Jake Damerall. These guys are some of the toughest sticks out here. Chances are they're probably catching them. Because you know what? They don't like to lose those guys. Year after year, these guys have been coming in as Angler of the Year. I don't know how many years in a row. They might have missed one here or there, but they've got quite a few under their belt. Again, you learned last week from Greg and Jake that they spend a lot of time on the water. They got history here. They grew up here. Let's go catch up with them and see if they're catching some fish. Hey everybody, Pat Renwick, AM 1230 WJOB, WJOB1230.com, Region Bass Buzz. You know what? We have the honor and the privilege right now of being in the boat with Greg Backey and Jake Damerall. Event number 2 winners out here last time at Lake George. And you know what, man? These guys got how many in the box?
3 in the box.
What do we need? What's the magic number, Region? We know by now. 5. They're looking for 2 more. Folks, there is an hour left in the tournament. It's crunch time. I mean, it's down to the knuckle bone. Look at that. You see that? It's the eye of the tiger, man.
Got it.
He's fierce. Greg is ready to get him. See this? See that? Jake was up too late last night. That's the eye of a tiger guy. So, you know what? But that's it. Nice and lively. They need to put 2 more in there to seal this deal. It can happen any moment. Greg Backey, Jake Damerall, Pat Renwick, Region Bass Buzz. Let's go catch them. Greg put one in the boat in the back. He's measuring. He's got it on the board. Ooh, it's just a little shy. They got to be 14 inches, folks. Again, 5 fish, 14-inch minimum length. Spots in this lake, but there's a lot of good spots. So again, those spots get hit again and again in a recycling motion. Again, that word milk run. Milk runs are critical on Lake George. And perfect example, Greg and Jake, they're milk running, man. They've been in the bay. They've been in town. They're on this bank. Now they're going over that way. Watch them. They're going to run a lot of areas, and they're going to work the water thoroughly and efficiently. If you ever listen to the Region Bass Buzz, a lot of times when you hear us talk about Lake George, you hear us talk about the Bay of Pigs. This is the Bay of Pigs. And in the springtime, that's a magic spot. It seems like just hordes and gazords and millions and zillions of big bass go right into this spot, right here to spawn. This is a funneling area. The channel, the old Deep River Channel, runs right up and into the Bay of Pigs right here. And you see, right over Hobart Bricky High School, right? That's the Hobart Bricky High School up there. Wouldn't that be cool to go fishing? I mean, to go to school right there, and then a lunch break, you just come out here and catch like 17, 18 pounds during lunch. Go back in. It'd be tough to go back to school. If I was a Hobart Bricky and I had the Bay of Pigs in my backyard, it'd be tough to get in the classroom. Unless they have Bass Fishing 101. Hey, more Anglers Dream Fishing the Dream. Lake George, event number 3 action coming to you. Hey, what's your team name again there? Myers and Myers again. That's short-term memory loss. Oh, you on, buddy? Oh, he's got a little Henry Dinkler on there. The Lake George knothead. As you can see, there's a lot of anglers moving around, as we talked about earlier, these milk runs. They're coming out of the town and heading back west. Seems like most people are now moving towards that river. It looks like the bite is not happening in town, but let's see what we can find out. We're moving on Team Novotny and Kyle Pascalo. I can never say Kyle's last name. He's got to teach me again. But hey, again, these guys know this lake. They're both amazing anglers. And I have a feeling they might have something together here. They're on a classic Lake George bank, riverbend bank, brush piles, brush behind them, all kinds of fish moving in and out of this channel all day. Let's creep up on these guys and see what they got going. Because seriously, Eric told me, oh my God, he's on, buddy. Get it. Get him good. That's a good one, bud. Get him in. That's the fish they want right there. Oh, heck yeah. Yes, sirree, Bob. Nice job, gentlemen. That one's going to go in the box. Excellent job, Kyle. Team Kyle and Eric. Boy, they needed that one. Folks, what we tell you. He can throw them, folks. The rumors were all he threw was sissy sticks, but he proved me wrong. Got a fish catch. Yeah, we got a fish catch. Yeah, we got some fish catch. Ooh, doggity dog, bam. As we pull up on team number 87, Ivan DeJesus and Minnie Minoso, we're going to see what they have in the box. No, of course, that's Team Hinkle and Brian Wellborn Jr. How you guys doing today, guys? What's happening, D? Are you on them, buddy? You got 2 in the box? How they looking, Chunky? Denny, you know it ain't over till the fat Hobart cowgirl sings. So you got 2 qualities, huh? Introduce yourself to the region real loud. Go ahead and tell us your names and where you're from.
My name's Andy Swarkowski, I'm from
Andy Swarkowski, Valpo, Indiana. Who's in the back of the boat? Nick Fernandez from Hobart, Indiana. Everybody knows Nick and Andy. Come on, these guys can catch them out here. Now, Andy, what was it, a couple years back? You won a whole bunch of money out here, didn't you? That was like 70 grand, right? After taxes. Nice. There you go. Hey, and these guys are good sticks out here. They've spent a lot of time on the water. They've seen these conditions before, and it just takes time, man. It takes time to put the puzzle together, and these guys can do it. These guys can catch them. They're going to keep milk running, chunking and winding, hitting different areas. Oh, he's on, buddy. He's got one on. Ooh, another Lake George knothead. Hey, you know, the good thing about Lake George, you really only need like 4 or 5 baits, guys. You know? And as it gets warmer, we know that frog bite starts to turn on here. Dude, he's on. He's on in the back of the boat. Oh, that's a good one. They need this one right here, folks. He's taking his time. He's playing it slow on that glass rod. Look. Oh, yes, sirree, Bob. That's what we're talking about. That's right. Look at that region. Sweet. That'll squeak, bud. That's what you need. I thought you had a mule the way that thing was thrashing back there. Again, 15 inches in the box. Again, folks, they have to be 14 inches. That's 2 in the box, gents. 3 in the box. Foltz and Foltz. Team Foltz and Foltz. How many fish you got? 2 fish, 2 alive.
You know what? It's not working. Whatever. The scale's not working right. Put it back in the water.
Look at the size of that fish. Wow. That's a brute, man. What do you think that one goes? Pretty close to 5. I'm saying 475. Big fish. Foltz. 5.44. What a chopper. Lake George chopper. Holy cow.
Okay, put your second fish in there. Total weight for 2 fish.
Holy cow. Was that imported? 5.44. Team Holtz. 2 fish, 2 alive, 1 chunk, 1 regular Lake George. 8.38 market. 8.38. 2 healthy fish getting returned alive to Lake George.
Hold on. How many fish you got?
Nick and Andy, 3 fish. Got to see a fish catch with these guys today. Man, the cameraman brings luck, I'm telling you. There's Nick throwing one in the bag. These guys are some great sticks out here on Lake George. They spend a lot of time. Andy won a heck of a lot of money out here a couple of years ago. Big tournament. He invested that wisely, though, in Facebook, didn't you? He's part owner.
Total weight for 3 fish.
And Briar Ridge. Total weight, 3 fish. Andy and Nick. Settle down, fellas. Settle down. They're lively. They're lively. 5.40 market.
Now, where's Foltz and them? Did they get pictures yet?
Giraz and Giraz. You got some Jurassic fish for us in there? Nope, just regular Lake Georges. 2 fish, 2 alive. Lake George fatties. Anglers, when you're done, you can step around and get your pictures taken where Nick and Andy are right now.
Giraz and Giraz. 2 fish.
2 fish, 2 alive.
Total weight. Guys, I'm sorry the board's not working, but with the water coming down on it, take the race real quick.
It's climbing. It's climbing. 3.340 market. There you go. Jurassic Park. Hinkle and Hurst. One fish, one alive, swimming around. He's still got a 12-inch Scoopernong jellyworm in his mouth. Nice and lively. All these fish are coming in healthy. It's a testimony that all these bass fishermen are fine conservationists. Hinkle and Hirsch. 2.22 market. Hinkle and Hirsch. 2 Hinkles in the competition. Dennis Hinkle and Jr. How many fish you got, guys? 2 fish, 2 alive. More healthy Lake George fish. There goes one. There goes 2.
Total weight coming up.
3.220 market.
3.22 market. And get your pictures here.
Junior and Hinkle. Dennis Hinkle, Brian Wellborn. Good job, guys. Lake George, tough bite today. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's a chew. Man, you could barely lift that out of there, couldn't you? Holy cow.
That was a piece of pizza.
Did you have a good day out there today?
Yeah, had a lot of fun.
Lake George is a nice lake, isn't it?
Yeah.